On the third day of Christmas, I gave my viewers a stream. Can I keep this up to all 12 days? Probably not, but I'll try. I'll try to do 12 days of Christmas streams since I haven't been streaming that much. Today, got some games played. Marrakesh, which I lost, but I had a great time. Campaign Trail, which I barely won. It was a really big, good fight. And then Queen's Gambit, which I lost again, third year annually to my good friend Josh, who comes over once a year when he's in town to play games with me. That was a lot of fun. No game. Well, game night on Saturday, which should be fun. Why I say that? I like that. Fun. And then after that, I don't know. That day I have nothing. So I may watch Squid Game because Squid Game came out. Hello, Maxine. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I had a wonderful. This is one of my Christmas shirts, flannel. I asked for yellow or purple, and my sister said, "Is there any other colors you like?" I went, "Well, I only have one blue one, so I guess if you want to get me a third one, blue." And she got me blue because she did not want to get me a purple one like this or a yellow one, which were the two top colors I wanted. I wanted purple and yellow of this color, this design. But she got me blue. So, oh well. Hello, Nazo Servant Arc. Dark greetings. Merry dark greetings. How's that? Now, Nazo, I believe you said you couldn't make it to Legends Con this year. I wish you could because the Davids are going to be there. And we got it. I want them to autograph it and say dark greetings. So and so, sign their names. Paul Hollis Davids and his wife's name. That would just be great, right? It's like, how do we want? Let's look at Legends Con and let's see how I would have them autograph my stuff. There we go. That's fun. That's how we'll start off the stream. So here's how I would get. Now, Troy Denning, I really don't have anything for him to sign. He's autographed everything. I've met him before. Chris Avalon, I don't know him, so I'm not into video games, but I'm glad he's coming. Kevin J. Anderson, I have all of his stuff signed, Star Wars stuff, but there's a few newer Dune books of his I don't have. So I'm bringing Dune. I'm bringing Dune stories, and I maybe Walk Without Rhythm, even though that wasn't his quote. Probably something by Erasmus, the robot, which I think is such a good character that he and Brian Herbert came up with. Karina Beckno, I wouldn't have her sign anything differently. Shamrock Crandall, no. Barbara Hamley, Callista was first in our hearts. Callista over Mara. Callista greater than Mara. Maybe have her. But Hollis Davids, Paul Hollis Davids, they have to write dark greetings. Dark greetings. Dan Wallace, I don't know. I'll just have him autograph it. John Whitman. I don't know if there's a good quote and Galaxy of Fear I like, but how to just be happy. And then Joe Bongiorno should write to my best friend and inspiration, Matt Wilkins. I'm not delusional at all. So there you go. That's how they autograph. My stuff there. Merry Christmas, Gray. Merry Christmas. I started with Young and Junior J Knight's books, T-minus 17 books until I start New J Order. Awesome. That's great. That's good to hear. Joe asked me to host and moderate a panel with Troy Denning. That's going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. Troy Denning is a really nice guy. I've talked to him before. He's just he's at least in person, he's a very nice guy. I hear online he blocks a lot of people, but in my experience with him, he's been nothing but kind. So, and I can't wait to hear him talk. I've got some good questions for him. In fact, on the website this month, I talked about what I would ask, my number one burning questions for Legends Con for these guests here. You won't be at Legends Con 2. Yes, I understand. Hello, Brennan. Merry Christmas there. Hello, Sam. Merry Christmas. Sam, I hear Pete Alonso is way off the mark of what he wants in a contract with what the Mets will give him. So I still think Pete Alonso to the Mets, but according to the Mets organization, there is a gap, a huge gap between what he wants and what reality says he can get. But isn't Scott Boras his agent too? I think so. Who knew? Hello, Rave Blitz. How are you? Callista deserved better. That's maybe what I should have him right, huh? Callista deserved better. I like how there's a bunch of people who popped in to say hi, and there's only 3 people watching now. It's those people that come. I don't mind it. They come in and say hi, and then they got to bounce because there's a lot going on around the holiday season. We just got back from celebrating. My wife's birthday isn't until Monday, but they went ahead and celebrated it tonight. She and her twin sister celebrated tonight. So went to Olive Garden, brought the whole kids. It wasn't a disaster like it usually is. My little boy is the funniest thing in the world. He got to drink Dr. Pepper. He's like, Dr. Pepper. He kept saying that over and over again. Of course, he had a sugar rush. He's still on his sugar rush. He was like, Dr. Pepper. It just said just like that. So funny. He's 3 years old or 2 years old. He'll be 3 in February. It ends with New Jedi Order, the timeline. New Jedi Order, Unifying Force was a good ending for it. But I appreciate Dark Nest trilogy. I love the Dark Nest trilogy. Legacy of the Force is great. And Fate of the Jedi. But yes, what had an ending was the Unifying Force. Do I like her being a Sith? I didn't mind it. They were still evolving the storyline, so it was fine with me. It didn't matter with me either way, to be honest. But when it happened, I was like, okay. Did I feel she was a Sith? No, she was mysterious the whole time. We didn't know who she was. But to be hanging out with the Vong, yeah, maybe you do turn to the dark side. I believe that. So I'm fine with that. Totally fine. Jason was never developed to become a dark sider. Well, no, he wasn't. That was George Lucas who stepped in and made those change of plans right off the bat there. Oh, rats. Hold on. Cena was setting up Jason to be a Force mystic. Yeah. And you could tell that in the story and everything. But George, who just didn't understand, I guess, because the movies were out, he didn't want people to confuse Anakin Skywalker with Anakin Solo, which is why he ordered the hit. So it's kind of weird. Oh, just a minute. All right, let me answer my next question here. Hey, by the way, in the chat, who do you think is coming to Legends Con? Who do you think? If you had a few more guests, who would you ask? Me, it would be. Let me think about this before I say it. Mary Jo Johnson would be nice to see. Kathy Tyers is pretty high up on that list. I know some people who wouldn't go, so I'm not including them. Like Ryder Wenham, Drew Karpyshyn would never go. Dave Dorman is too old now. He won't travel anymore. Kristen Catherine Rush is too old. She won't travel now. He's hard to get a hold of, but my mind is blanking right now. Hold on. He's a really. Oh, It was Michael P.Q. McDowell. He'd be a nice one. Let me type that in, send that off. All right. I heard Denning had an idea to make Jason dark side turn to the dark side. Denning had the idea. That's not what he says. Is George, I think. Yeah, Legends Con's gonna be fun. Dave Filoni, Dave Dorman. I knew he would. Oh, you want Dave Filoni? No. Christy Golden. Yeah. Elaine Cunningham. I don't think she would travel, but I'd love to see her. Greg Keys is a big, good pick. Maxine. Love to see Greg Keys there. Underrated author. Walter John Williams is a good one. John Ostrander would be huge. Huge. Too busy messing up Disney canon. Yeah, probably so. Hey, Michael just got off work. Good deal. Michael, I saw Gladiator 2. It wasn't that bad. The only bad thing about it is they try to connect it to Gladiator 1. On its own, it's a pretty decent movie. Yeah. I don't think Filoni would go if he was invited either, yeah. Happy holidays, Quentin. And some dark greetings going around. That's great. Sam Whitaker at Legends, Star Killer. A lot of people would love to see Sam Whitaker there. I think that would be a lot of what happened here. Ooh. Hold on. My ghost of Christmas past just got back to me. I've been teasing someone that does not go on YouTube anymore that I still converse with. And I just got a message from them saying they were unable to come on. So I'm going to have to change up my times a little bit to work around their schedule. And it's not going to be a big deal. And I don't know if that means people remember this person anymore, but I do. And they made a very big contribution, in my opinion, to the fandom years ago. So I'm trying to get that person to come back on YouTube. And they said they would. They'd like to go. They appreciated me thinking about them. So we'll see. But it's not going to be anyone big and huge. But I'm excited if they can get back on. Yeah, the Gladiator 2 really needed to be its own thing. It didn't need to be a sequel. That was the thing that I hated the most about it. Whenever they tried to mention the first movie, dude, you got great characters, you got a new world. Just don't even mention the movie. Just have a good time. If they would have dropped those connections to the first movie, it would have been just fine. Am I going to have a booth? I don't know. I think I was offered a booth, but what would I sell? We talked about exclusive to the con, because I'm not going to put up my own merch, but sell my own merch at the con. That's the only way you could buy it, is you went to the con. But I think that ship has sailed. I mean, we're 2.5 months away now. And for them to, like, I know Kyle Rawlings and I talked about it. I'm the one with the busy schedule. He's been up for it, like to hook me up, get some stuff to the printers, get that stuff going so I can have a booth, sell some shirts or whatnot. But it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So I don't know what I would do at my booth. What would I do? I'll just hang out with everyone else. Hello, Scott. Scott Johnson, big lifesaver there. He came on More Civilized Age. We had a lot of fun. Can't wait to that to roll out next week. That'll roll out there. That was really a lot of fun. But good to see Dave Chang. I'd love the art and concept art. He also is a Detroiter and did some auto design work back in his early days. Are you a Detroiter, Gray? Are you a Red Wing fan? I actually still talk to one of my friends. She doesn't live in Detroit anymore. She lives in Milwaukee, but her family still is up in Detroit. And I went to Detroit years ago to visit them. Burned myself to death on those lakes. It was not that hot, and I burned myself. I mean, my skin was peeling off in sheets. It was ugly. And because of them, I'm a Red Wings fan, and we suffer every hockey season. Back in the 90s, we weren't suffering, back when I was visiting them. But, boy, I had to eat crow for the past 20-something years ever since then. Home of the Lions. Yeah. Well, the bad thing was, Gray, when I was in Detroit, and by the way, I had a fun time. In fact, I won a ticket. That was back when I was working at the mall, and we were one of the top salesmen in numbers at the mall. I was selling, if I didn't sell $1,000 a day, I figured I was wasting my time. So I moved about $30,000 worth of merchandise, making myself one of the top, I think it was the top 4, top 3, got free plane tickets. The mall was giving away free plane tickets to the top performers. I don't know what the deal was, but we were rolling. I guess they were just advertising, look how much you can make or whatever by coming to our mall. But I was raking in $30,000 plus a month, probably. Cards, coins, and collectibles. Baseball, back when cards, comic books, and Beanie Babies were huge. I made a $6,000 sale one day. I walked that lady to her car. I gave her my home phone number because we didn't have cell phone numbers back then. I gave her my home number. I said, you call me when you're going to come. You call me at any time. And if I'm not working that day, I will come into work because we got paid straight commission. But I got a ticket. It was like $1,000 worth of tickets. And I split it. I went to Virginia, Roanoke, Virginia, I want to say, or Virginia Beach. What's next to Virginia Beach? I think I went near Virginia Beach. What is that? It's the Navy base. That's where I went to visit some friends. And then I went to Detroit. And the lady, when I was booking the ticket, she said this. She went, are you going there to meet friends? And I went, yeah. She went, oh, okay. Because I was going to say, no one vacations in Detroit. That's what she said in the 90s, late 90s. I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know. But my biggest regret was I didn't go to a Tigers game. They even they even offered to buy me tickets and take me to a game. And I went, I don't want to watch an AL team. That was the dumbest thing. That was the dumbest thing our biggest regret I had. That I didn't go to a Tigers game when I had the chance. Norfolk. Yes, I was in Norfolk, Virginia. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, Happy New Year, Jamie. Jamie, our Buc-ee's won't be open they pushed the opening back for another year. I don't know what's going on. They keep having delays and everything. So our Buc-ee's is never going to come. Second playthrough, Ticket to Ride Legacy. Oh, nice. Michael, I played Marrakesh again today. I played Queen's Gambit, which was great. Star Wars game, folks. Queen's Gambit. Really awesome game. And lost brilliant. This guy made a brilliant move. If you don't know Queen's Gambit, it's 3 big boards. And you're playing cards that will affect one of these 3 or 4, because one board is split in half, 4 areas. And so you're taking one action on one of those areas. And what my buddy did is he abandoned, because usually the Gungans get wiped out against the Federation. But this time he left the battlefield alone and he focused inside Theed Palace, which was where he can win, which was smart. I almost wiped him out. The Gungans almost wiped out the Federation on the battlefield, which has never happened. He only had 2 MTTs left. He didn't have anything to fire on me. And I should have blown up the MTTs because the tanks couldn't hit me yet because my shields were still up. I have never dominated as a Gungan on the battlefield, but I did. But it was smart because he wiped out my entire invasion force on Theed and won. It was a brilliant move. It was a brilliant move. He even gave up Darth Maul. He got to kill Qui-Gon, but Obi-Wan got him quick. But my buddy didn't care. It was a super smart move. I'd never seen it done before. And I've played this game a million times. I've never seen that one before. That's a game I'd like to bring to Legends Con, but it's only 2-player. But it's a great game. Come to Legends Con, Michael. We can play games. We'll play games, Michael. At Legend. What was the other game I played with him? I played Campaign Trail 2. I beat him in Campaign Trail. He killed me in Marrakesh, but everyone beats me in Marrakesh. My favorite game, Marrakesh, and I've only won it once. And then we almost, if we would have had time, we would have played Foundations of Rome because he forgot it. He forgot to add that to the list, and then he saw it on my shelf. He went, "You have Foundations of Rome?" He went, "Yes." He said, "I want to play that game." I said, "Okay, well, let's get through these." But we didn't make it through. He always has to leave early. In the 70s, they were called the Dead Wings. That is hilarious. Did I get my Mega Millions ticket tonight? No. Did they pull a winner yet? Ugh. Someone's about to be $1 billion richer. I tell you what, Jamie, if they don't pull a winner, I'll buy a ticket tomorrow. Let's see. What she bought $6,000 worth of Beanie Babies, Scott. $6,000 worth of Beanie Babies. She bought one. What? No, it wasn't. Oh, was it 6,000? Yes, it was 6,000. She bought one bear that was $4,000, and I asked her. I said, "Ma'am, these aren't $5. This one is 4,000." She went, "I know," and I shut up and I let her do all the talking. I walked her to her car, and she came in. She never spent 6,000 again, but she'd drop 1,000 easily. And I stopped selling packs of cards. I was selling boxes of cards. I had one lady come in and yell at me for taking her husband spent his entire paycheck in my store. And when she came in later on the night, "He has responsibilities. He can't be coming here, spending all the money. You can't be taking all his money." I said, "He's a grown man. He can spend his money however else he wants. It's not my problem." I mean, I was cold, man. I was cold back then. But I was a salesman. But I remember if I didn't make $1,000 on a dead Monday night, if I didn't make $1,000, I was pissed. I felt like I wasted my time because not just Beanie Babies, comic books was selling, but baseball cards, Magic cards, Pokemon wasn't a thing back then, but Magic, football, basketball, everything was selling. I remember Wes by accident bought some Kingdom Come novels. He thought it was a trade paperback. It was a novel. I said, "I'll sell them." I put one out, and every time they came up to the register, they said, "What's this?" I said, "It's the novelization." I said, "We ordered a whole case, and now we're down to the last one, and they won't let us order anymore." And they went, and they'd buy it. And I go, "Okay, see ya." And then I put out the other one. And so I come in to say, "What's this?" I said, "Oh, that's the novelization." I said, "It's funny. We ordered a case today, and they all sold out. This is the last one. People want it if it's the last one." And so I sold the entire, it was a little box. It wasn't that many, like 10 or something. And I called Wes that night. I said, "I sold them all." He went, "You did?" Wes thought he was going to get in trouble because he was supposed to order the trade paperback, but he ordered the novelization instead. That was a fun time. Ray Bitt's not a KOTOR fan. You wrote the demolition plan for Tiger Stadium? Do you know that Ranger Stadium, the guy who designed Tiger Stadium, I think he designed Ranger Stadium, or he was from Detroit because he made the right field bleachers look like Tiger Stadium. And when we did the tour of Ranger Stadium, the guy asked the question, does that outfield out there remind you of anything? I said, "Well, I always thought it looked like Tiger Stadium." He went, "That's because the guy was from Detroit who designed Ranger Stadium." Or he was from Detroit, or the guy that designed, he probably didn't design Tiger Stadium. He would have been old by then. But either way, it looks just like old school Tiger Stadium. Cecil Fielder knocking homers on the top of that tall out into right field. God bless America. I love Cecil Fielder back in the day. Alan Trammell, Sparky Anderson. How can you not like Sparky, right? Classic. 85 champions. I have a buddy of mine, Gray, no joke. He's a Tiger fan. Why? Why, you ask? Are you ready? He's a Tiger fan because he loved Magnum PI. And Magnum PI wore a Tigers hat. If that's not a good reason to be a Tigers fan, I don't know what is. And he's also a Mets fan too. So he and I watch the Mets and we cheer for the Mets. but he also loves the Tigers because it started with Magna PI. Have her played Lords of Baseball? No. Is that a board game? No, I've never even heard of it, Michael. I have to check it out. What kind of store? I didn't own it. It was a card comic and a collectible store. In fact, I really want to get with Wes and see if we can have dinner with our old owner. I want to do that so bad because I like Wayne and he's getting older, but he was the smartest. He never graduated high school, and he was just a super smart guy. He knew the market. In fact, this is back before the 90s. The internet wasn't a big thing. Dial-up was around. Wayne knew what fads were coming and what fads were leaving before anyone else did. How did he know? He had contacts in New York. What was big in the big cities was eventually going to be big in the small cities. When the fad started dying in the big cities, he knew the fad would die in the small cities later on. So he was connected to Chicago, New York, LA, was listening to all the fads, what was new, reading about it, calling people, asking what was hot, and getting those. Like he knew Beanie Babies was going to be hot. When we just blew out clearance sale, sold out all of our Beanie Babies, they were still hot. I said, "What are you doing selling?" He said, "Sell them. They're going to go cold." He said, "The hobby's done." I went, "The hobby's not done, Wayne." We were all mad because it's like, dude, you were, and so we started marking down all the Beanie Babies. We sold most of them, and then the market fell out. And I said, "How did you know?" And he told me he keeps up with New York, Chicago, LA, was hearing what they were doing. If something was hot there, it was going to get down here and be hot to the small towns. And when it stopped being hot, he knew the fad would go away. And you need to dump your stock before it goes cold. Really smart guy. Environmental and engineering consultant. So you have brains. Gray. That's good. Yeah, that's something they'll never ask me to do, Gray. I promise you that. That's really cool, though. That's a really cool. Gray, will you be coming to Legends Con? I'd love to see you at Legends Con. First minute name, completely crushed. The new stadium does look really nice. Sparky was a class act. I love Sparky Anderson. You know, when you get the baseball cards, you get the manager, and you really, unless it was Davey Johnson for me, I didn't care about the manager, but I always loved getting Sparky Anderson. I always loved getting him. That's another. What manager cards were I happy to draw? Pete Rose, of course, because he was a manager / player. Sparky Anderson. I'm trying to think of another coach I love pulling back in the day. I don't know. A manager I love pulling. But I always knew Sparky. You always love Sparky. Oh, Tommy Lasorda. That was a good pull. If you got Tommy Lasorda. He was a classic guy. Earl Weaver. I love the Earl Weaver stories. Am I still doing a fan meetup? Yes. I will do. I need to get with Brian Borg because I need to get his. I hear they're coming in on Thursday, so I'm coming in Friday. I'm coming in Friday, probably. This is all maybe. I'm coming in Friday as early as I can get in by lunch time is the plan. Eat lunch with a few people. And then I'm going to either eat lunch with, I don't know yet. I don't know my plan. But I have to go see Amelia from Legends, from Twin Sons Foundation. She will not be at the con, but I want to see her. She's there in Dallas. And I have an old friend of mine who moved back to Dallas who I want to see. So one of those I want to go out to lunch with. I'll head on in, be there the night before. So meeting anyone who gets in the night before Friday. It's a Friday, right? So Friday, never mind Friday. And then all day Saturday, do something Saturday night. Sunday night, if anyone's staying, I'll be around because I'm going to join Twin Sons on their charity run on Monday and probably drive back Tuesday. Lords of Baseball. I got to see this. I've never heard about this game. I've never heard about Lords of Baseball. Wow, that does look intense. It looks beautiful, though. Looks pretty intense, but it looks beautiful. Wow, nice. I'll check it out. Maybe someday. Okay. Massive Star Wars fan. But you seem like you're an awesome guy, too, so that's why I was asking. Jim Leland. Yeah, Jim Leland was a good manager. Good afternoon, Australia. No, Babs, thank you, but we just got a few scattered showers here. We're all right. I'm in North Louisiana, so whenever you hear about hurricanes and that come through, it hits South Louisiana, but usually every time but once, it turned into a tropical storm at its worst. There was one time it was an actual hurricane. We had the hurricane, it hit land and remained a hurricane, category 1. One time. It was back in 2020. And I kept looking outside going, what is going on? Because the trees were bending over and I'd never seen that before. I'd never seen a hurricane before. I didn't know I was in a hurricane. I thought it was a tropical storm because that's usually the worst it ever gets up here. But it remained. I remember which one that was. It was a huge hurricane, though. And it ripped through our town. But yeah, that was about the worst it ever got. No, we don't have fires. We have a lot of rain here. It's all gone. I made some tea. Had to drink it all because now it's getting cold. Cold tea, not good. Lukewarm tea, okay. Tea has that moment where you're sipping. Then it's perfect because it's that warm hot. But you got to hurry because when it gets to warm hot, it can go to cold quick. But anyway, yeah, that's the plan right now. I'd love to. I need to see if there's a restaurant within walking distance that we can meet at, but I need to call that restaurant if we're all going to meet there, or do something. I do want to do some fun stuff, meeting up. Like the best time to get a hold of me will be that Friday night before, that Sunday night after. On Monday, if Twin Sons will be around, I'll probably hang out with Brian and Dylan all day. We may go see Amelia that day, so never mind. I may go see Amelia later on because I know they'd like to see Amelia too. I have no other plans. I'm not going to do anything or go anywhere else. But yeah, I'd love to see that. Why am I done with Matt chats? I'm not going to do anymore. We're just kind of done. I like teaming up with other people instead of just talking by myself. So, yep. Matt Chat's coming to a close on the website next week. So, no more Matt Chats. I guess you never say never, but I just don't want to do anymore. They were fun. 2-3 minute more. So, you know. Popcorn Weasel Gaming. I guess that you're going to be at Legends Con then, correct? Good day. Is that Samo Flange? Samo Flange is a podcast, top 5. We're still doing those. Benjamin and I recorded our New Year's one. It's coming out tomorrow. It's top 5 movies of the year we talked about. And we wanted to delay because the next week, usually we would talk about next Saturday on the first of the year. We talk about top 5 most anticipated movies. But Benjamin still wanted to continue a previous conversation. So we recorded a different one with the previous conversation. Wes is not, he is super busy right now throughout the holidays and will be for a while. So I went ahead and recorded the Prince of the Universe you're hearing are some that I recorded earlier. And I was just saving for a rainy day. Every once in a while when we can't get a podcast, I'll have a few in the bank. In fact, I recorded one yesterday because I didn't have anything to do. So I recorded one more Prince of the Universe that I will release when Wes and I just can't meet up. But I have Prince of the Universe, all the solo emergency ones I recorded. I'm just doing back to back to back to back. So until mid-January won't be till we do another one. we're trying to get a mutual friend of ours to come on the show. And if so, we'll give a few topics. And then I've got one topic I definitely want to talk about with Wes. 1st of February. And then 2nd of February, I had an idea and I lost it because I'm an idiot. And so my little solo episodes I just recorded won't come out to probably mid-February. It doesn't matter because it's not time. It's not connected to time. Oh, hey, Kelly, I was going to text you and I was at dinner tonight. What are you doing tomorrow? It's probably going to be busy at the game store, right? I hate that I had to ask this on a Saturday. So if not a Saturday, Kelly, I could possibly do Monday daytime. I could do Monday daytime. Just let me know. I seriously was about to text you, but it's been ever since 5 o'clock hit. It's been busy. Plus, I had a friend over today, so it's been a busy day. Hello, Laura. See, Laura's going to be there. Can't wait to see her. Coming all the way from Ohio. Actually, a few of my videos I recorded in Columbus, Ohio, because I used to travel up there a lot for work. In fact, I would, not right now, but I would give anything to go back in the summer. They don't have, I'm a corporate trainer, and they don't have one anymore, and they really want one. And I have an opening. If I want to move to Columbus, Ohio, they will take me in a heartbeat. I do not want to move there, but I do want to go back and visit. There's a lot of good friends. My old boss who left the company I work for still lives in Columbus, Ohio, and I talk to her every once in a while, and I miss her. And but I want to go back up. Oh, videos for an EU character? Maybe, yeah, maybe later on. You could guest star in the Jada episode. You're a big Jada fan, that's right. Top and best EU characters, maybe. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Hey, Alex, I got a question. So I don't know if I should tell you this, but why did you put your YouTube name? Why can't you just put your real name on Legends Con? You got your screen name. I just don't think that looks professional. You can make up a last name if you want to, but I don't know. And I mean, I'm just saying. The man gives me $2 and I insult him, but I'm going to show his stat though. His picture there. Hold on. Okay, my guest star may come on another day. But I'm way building up this mystery guest. Like, to be honest, a handful of you will remember who this is. And I know Alora knows who this is, but I'm not telling because it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, Popcorn Weasel Gaming. If you ever want to submit articles or articles for the site or videos for the site, you just have to reach out at contact@theexpandinguniverse.com, submit your article, or if it's a video, you put it unlisted on YouTube because I don't want to share a video that's on I want you to get the channel views. But like Ryan has done before and a few others, they'll do a video, put it unlisted, and give me the link. And then I'll put it up on the website. So either way, welcome to do that. Anyone's welcome to do that. Columbus is closer to me and Gen Con. Yeah. Michael, one day I will make it back to Gen Con. One day I will make it back to Gen Con. I got one more Gen Con. And the thing is, when I was in Columbus, that was when what's before Gen Con, Origins was there. I begged my boss to let me stay another week. And she went, why? Because I'd been there almost a whole month. And I said, you know what, boss? I said, I think I should stay like a couple more days, like next week, and just kind of She went, Matt, you haven't been home for a month. Go home. I went, no. I can just stay and I'll leave on Wednesday. Let me just stay 2 days and kind of sit with the group and kind of, she went, Matt, she was like, you've been here. You've been away from your wife and everything. I was like, no. And she went, what is the deal? Do you want to stay here another weekend? Because see, I wouldn't fly home on the weekends. I went, she said, you hate it here because I was bored on the weekends. I went, yeah, but there's a board game convention. She went, oh my God. And just, said, go home. I could change my flight, but I would have to pay for my hotel and food if I stayed. So I was like, oh, well, no. And I probably should have done it because I've never been to Origins and I will never go again. That was my biggest chance to go, but I would have loved to go. You don't want certain people to bug you, Alex? All right. Yeah, I forgot. I just noticed that Michigan, Ohio, big rivalry there. Yeah, Alex is unprofessional. Here's another $2. I don't care if you want to say Alex Wilkins. Do it. Do it. I don't care. I just think having a screen name looks unprofessional. And it's just me. It's just me. Doesn't matter. You're wonderful anyway. And Kelly, you can just text me. If tomorrow works, that'd be great. If Monday daytime works better, I can do that too. Or maybe I can text you if I don't forget. I'll forget. And tomorrow I'll text you. All right. Is Alex a minor? No, he's not. See, that's why I said he could just go ahead. But Alex thinks he's someone important who people would be bothered by. Hold on here. This is what we're going to do for Alex. Where is he? Let's see. That's what we'll do for Alex. What was I going to say? The kids, every day of Christmas, we do something special. So we made the Olive Garden thing. We brought the kids, which I'm 1,000% against, but because it was Christmas, third day of Christmas, we did it. Tomorrow my wife's taking the girls to some tea party thing, adventure someone's doing. Sunday, we've already got plans. Monday, it's her actual birthday, my wife's actual birthday. She's going to do something that day when she gets off. New Year's Eve. If I can live stream it, I'm definitely going to record it, but if I can live stream it, I will. I'm going to do the official Hot Ones challenge. We just set on a date. New Year's Eve, we're going to tackle Wes from Prince of the Universe, Brandon, who guest stars on Prince of the Universe, and I are going to do a Hot Ones challenge. The actual hot sauces from Hot Ones, we're going to run all through them. I'm going to record it. If we do it live, it'll be okay. I just know what Wes is like live, and I can't edit Wes on live stream, but oh well. But we'll see. And then New Year's Day, another celebration at my brother's house. And I don't know what we're doing for the remaining 4 days of Christmas. I think someone is coming over with presents. We still have one more present opening to have. Hello, Josh the Nerd. Josh the Nerd will be at Legends Con, I believe. I believe he said he was coming. But yeah. But no, I am excited because I want to see a lot of people. I was trying to get someone to come. It looks like he is not coming now. It went to a maybe yes, to a maybe no, to now probably a no. And I'm sad because I was making big promises for him coming. First, you're hearing about Legends Con? Are you joking with me? Is my voice raising up high enough? Here. We're all coming to Legends Con. Here we go. Legends Con in Dallas. I'll be there March 16th and the 15th. 15th and 16th. It's going to have all your favorites: Troy Denning, Kevin J. Anderson, Chris Avallone, Karina Beckno from Legacy 2 comic book, Shannon Lynn McRandall, who cosplayed as the original Mara Jade, Barbara Hamley, author Barbara Hamley, Dark Greetings, it's Jedi Prince authors Hollis and Paul Davids, Joe Bongiorno from Supernatural Encounters, John Whitman from Galaxy of Fear, the Galaxy of Fear series, and Dan Wallace from the source books and encyclopedias and a bunch of source books, and maybe more to come. And I will be there too. So it'll be a hoot and a nanny fun time to go. Is there one in September? No, there's this one in March. So, and someone else will be there too.
Hello.
So there you go. That was, no, I'm kidding. There's Alex Wilkins.
Yeah.
Is here.
Related 7 times removed.
I love the 12 Days of Christmas too. And I'm kind of wondering why retailers who love to make money don't promote it more. Can you imagine if retailers just said, all right, folks, there's 12 days of Christmas. Here's 12 days of bargains, and just keep the sales running. I don't know why big business isn't caught on to this. So that's my big question. Does Legends Con find its way in the upper? Right now, there's only been 2. California, Dallas. It's slowly moving around. I don't know where all it will be, but Dallas is a good place. You can get cheap tickets in Dallas. Yeah, Boxing Day. I got a sale from Board Game Bliss because it's Boxing Day and everything. I thought that was funny. I'm only having okay, Michael, have a nice night. I'm having Alex on. It's my 3rd day of Christmas. So Alex can come on today. We may have other people come on later on. But Alex is on here. Alex, how was your Christmas?
It was fine. I worked, so got my time and a half. Got my 12
there you
hours
go.
break, so
that's it. That's good. I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad. What did you get for Christmas?
Cards and money.
Cards.
I'm too
when you
old
say
for
cards,
gifts.
You're too old for gifts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that cool grandchild anymore. I'm an adult.
So the sweater I knitted you to present to you at Gen Con, I should just trash.
I mean, I'll accept the gift. It's not that I didn't ask for gifts. They just gave me money because that was doctor.
Is it true that you panhandle at these conventions for food?
Oh yeah, I
heard you gave some sob story to Marcel to pay for it so that he would pay for your steak dinner.
Yeah, actually, you know what? He was really insistent. He said, "I need to get rid of this stupid American money. Let me feed you." And even after all that, he pushed and prodded. All I got was a salad because I felt so bad about him paying for me. He was so mad. He's like,
"You
I
should have gone steak all the way. Steak all the way." Marcel would never. No one's paying for my meal at Legends Con. I guarantee you that.
I'll pay for your meal.
You're pay for my meal. Oh, get out of here. I'm a cheap date because I usually get. If there's a mushroom Swiss burger on the menu, I'm probably gonna try. I look at the burgers first. Yeah. There's nothing like a burger. I love a good hamburger, man. Over steak, over shrimp, seafood. You name it, I'd love a barbecue. I'd love a burger place better than anything. Pizza, burger. I want to try, if we go to restaurants in Dallas or around that area, I want to go to one where that I don't have in my area. That's my goal. It's something I don't. Now, I heard there's still a Bennigan's around in Dallas, but I don't know how far away that is. And if we go somewhere, I want it to be within walking distance,
Yeah.
And I'll carpool. I'm bringing the old faithful, so I'll carpool everyone I can get. You and Brennan can probably fit in the trunk.
Yeah,
And
probably.
do you know I got to meet? Speaking of Brendan, I got ordered the surf and turf, T-bone, and porterhouse. Yeah, if Marcel's paying, you better believe it. And Josh, you should
Yeah.
come down. Canadians are welcome too. We love
Yeah.
Canadians
Yeah. Certain
because
Canadians.
Marcel's Canadians.
Yeah, yeah.
Marcel's Canadians. Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, he's
Wow,
all
don't speak
Canadians.
English either.
Yeah. He's now
But
Ray Skywalker.
there
He's
you
all the
go.
Canadians.
Yeah, but I love a good burger. So there we have it. And I got to meet Brennan's brother, his mom, and his dad.
Yeah.
So that was a ton of fun.
And now you make fun of him about ice cream.
And it's weird because his mom is not as mean as you made her out to be. That's so weird.
Yeah. I just like to spread rumors.
Malicious rumors. If you don't know,
I'm a
Brennan's mom is
gossiper. Yeah.
Brennan's mom is super fun, super nice. His dad's really awesome. So it was a lot of fun meeting him. Of course, they say first impressions make a big deal. And if no one knows, they went to my dinner theater where I was a vampire. I mean, we're talking like pale makeup, vampire, which I've lost. I paid $100 for those daggum dentures, and now I lost them. But I have denture vampire teeth now. And actually, the guest star on Prince of the Universe we're trying to get in is my one of my vampire wives, because she happens to know Wes, and so she's a sweetheart. So we want her on. But yeah, so that was their first impression of me, to see me as a dim-witted, because I don't break character even after the show. It's something, I don't know why, but I just don't do it. And I stay in character from the moment the teeth go in. I talk to everyone like I'm him, like I'm Count Varney. I talk to the guests as we're leaving. When I change out of my clothes, I talk normal. But I don't know why that is. I'm not some kind of method actor or whatnot, not some serious actor, but I have to stay. I don't know, for some reason. I'm in the costume. I have to stay. I can't jump out of it, like that.
You're committed.
You can't afford to travel right now, Josh. That's all right. Well, yeah, costume brings it out of me. But yeah, I remember I had the get-up was really nice. In fact, we still have it. I need to dump off those clothes at the theater. And his name is Baby. His actual name is Baby. And I need to give Baby his pants. I have his girlfriend's number, but I don't think she's talking to us anymore. Something happened with her in the cast, not with me. She's not mad at me. I can't remember. Something happened, I think. I think she's mad at everyone, but she did talk to me right before she went dark. So I thought we were still friends, but last time I texted her, I didn't get a text back. So I guess she's just kind of, I can't really say, but she got her feelings hurt over something, and she called me about it. And I said, no, I wouldn't worry about that. It's not a big deal. And I kind of talked to her about things and, asked if we were cool. She said, yeah. But then when I've texted her about, hey, I got your boyfriend's fiance, I don't know what she is, but I've got his, it was his chef pants I had to borrow for the show, and she hasn't texted me back yet. So I guess she's just kind of done. I know she left the little group we were all chatting in. So, oh, well. Do you have any recordings of your character as a vampire? Yes, and they're unlisted here on YouTube. No one can see them. We record a practice, and we're not in costume. And toward the end, we got really crazy, and the cast agreed we're not going to show that to anyone else but us. We started, someone went into a Southern accent for some reason. I went, what, do you go Southern all of a sudden? And then we all did Southern accents for the rest of the show. And it went off the wall. We had a fun night doing it, but it was a wasted day of practice and a wasted film. But we recorded it. We put it on list on YouTube just for the cast. I can't show that because we're all out of costume and we're just making a mockery of everything at the point. So, and then it wasn't me, but a few other people gave some all shucks Southern dirty words, Southern cussings. And so, it was fun, though. Everything was in fun and in jest, but we decided to keep that between us. So, and usually it's weird because usually I do have the missus come and record some of my scenes. But since I was the star, which I never like to be, I really don't, of dinner theater, I didn't want her recording these big scenes of me. Probably some of my favorite highlights was when I had to, he tries to woo women every 40 years. And it's been 40 years. And there was this girl named, her name was Georgia. And I was like, Georgia? And I was like, okay. And I said, and I made a joke. I said, I don't have any jokes about Georgia. I said, I can't remember what I said. But I made a joke, and the joke was about Tennessee. And then this other girl in the crowd, said, she went, you should have told her you love her peaches. That was a good one. And I almost broke when someone said that. My wife was there that night, and she laughed. She thought it was funny. But I was like, dang, that was good. I didn't think about that. But some of my favorite ones was one girl got really in my face. She got mad. I mean, mad. In fact, it was so much fun because I was scaring her. She wasn't paying attention. I'd sneak up behind her, and I'd say my line really loud, and she'd jump. Well, then she got her husband to watch her back. So he would warn her. Well, at the very end, they're revealing who the killer is. I snuck up behind her and then yelled out my line. And as she jumped out, I said, and you're just as mad as she is at her husband for not warning him that I was right behind her the whole time. And everyone roared with laughter. That lady was so pissed. She was so pissed. My buddy Mikey from Samuel Flange was there in the crowd. He said, Matt, he said, me and Trey were crying in our chairs. He said, that lady, right after the show was over, she stood up, bolted out the door, because I was going after her. I wanted to get her one more time. But she stormed out the door, left her husband there to pay for the rest of the meal, wrap up the payment. I mean, just stormed out to the car. She was so mad. But I mean, the thing is, I'm just making you jump. Get over yourself. Yeah. And I had to be annoyed. But I mean, that every night there was just someone who was great and someone was just so funny. There's a lot of good memories. We were, let's see, we're going to talk about this. Let me see. I'm far behind. Oh my goodness. Star Wars Grand. Howdy, Matt. I love your content. You helped me get to the EU start a channel. Great. Star Wars Scran. Do you know who this is?
Yes, I do actually. He's on the Discords, so he's posted his videos. I am subscribed.
Okay, hold on. I'll subscribe. Is it Star Wars Scran? Is that what I'm looking up?
Scran, yeah. SKRAN.
Yeah, there it is. Look, watch. Boom, 262 subscribers. I did it. I'm 262. Scran.
There you go.
All right, let's see. Oh, look, Gray knows his channel. See, Scran's very popular.
Yeah,
a super popular one. Oh, Bubba, Megan.
What?
This?
Yes.
Okay, she gave it to me. I didn't know she was in.
I'm just tired.
All right. And still not a fan of the thing verse though. No, I was a fan of the thing verse. It's good. I would have made a joke about the wrong Georgia. She has to living in communism. That's funny. Yeah. Not as good as Peaches. I wasn't as good as Peaches though. And I decided, but I almost broke. And the other time I almost broke. I told the lady, as an older lady, the very first show, I said, I want to suck your blood. And that's one of my lines. And then the lady goes, well, you can't, sweetheart. I'm sitting on it. And I went, and then I paused for her. I said, did you think I said bot? She thought I said, I want to suck your butt. And this is an old lady. She wasn't being dirty. She wasn't being dirty. And her friends hitting her going, he said blood. And she goes, oh. And I went, why would I want to suck your butt? What is wrong with you? And then I walked away. And then when I'm supposed to say, let's get to know one another, shall we? I went, let's start with you, butt sucker. And I went over to meet her. And everyone just fell out laughing. And then I did it. I saw there was you could dress up. There's a dress up competition, and the winner gets a free ticket to the next show. And there was some girl that dressed up like an Oompa Loompa, and I went nuts. I brought the Oompa Loompa up and sang a song, Oompa Loompa Doopity Doo, made it up on the top of my head right then and there, and had the crowd roaring. And everyone in the cast went, "Do you know her?" And I went, "No." I saw the Oompa Loompa and I went, "I'm going to do an Oompa Loompa." And I did. And I made it up on the fly. I wish that would have been recorded because you could see, because I'd say one verse, everyone would laugh, and I'd pause thinking, what rhymes with that? And then I'd say it, and then everyone laughed harder, and I was like, what's the next line? Okay. And I just thought it up right then and there. And that girl came up to me. She went, "How did you do that?" She said, "Me and my friends were talking. Did anyone tell you I was going to be here?" I mean, I don't, no one knows. I said, "No one." I said, I just saw Oompa Loompa, and I thought Oompa Loompa. But that was the Oompa Loompa one was a good one, though. Can't beat the original continuity. EU. Yes, right.
Amen.
Family is asleep, Michael. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we had a lot of good stories, though. I'll tell the Mrs. Early happy. She's not, the Mrs. isn't happy right now. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. You're welcome. Everyone talking about Scran's videos. That poor old lady. There was another old lady that there's another old lady. She was super old. She was just like leaning over. And when I say stare into now, cast your eyes upon me, and I would be like all this big. And then this old lady was just sitting, she wasn't paying attention. She was just old. The whole table was. And I look at her and said, "Cast your eyes upon me. Hey, you in the front." And everyone's going, Mema. And she go, and she look and she see me and she go, and just wave. It was the best thing ever. It was the best thing ever.
You know what your vampire? You know what your vampire voice reminds me of? Kind of reminds me of not Lando Malari from Babylon 5. You gotta give me that.
That's funny. That's true. Yeah, that was. I didn't want to be the vampire, but my buddy was worried he wouldn't have enough guys, and I said, "Dude, if you can't get any guys, I'll do it." He said, "I'll play Barney," but he had some people, and one guy really did Barney well. And I looked at my buddy and I went, thumbs up. He gave me thumbs up. I texted him. I said, "I resign my role. Please give it to this guy." I don't do acting anymore. In fact, again, the local theater called and they want to know if they do, because I was supposed to star in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Right as the pandemic hit, that was our opening weekend, and the show never happened. And I've never been back. I will never go back. But they keep trying to tease me. And I know what happened. I had a talk with the president a few weeks ago because I did a recording at his recording studio. And we just talked and we had a fun time. And at Thanksgiving, it was at Thanksgiving. Never mind. Because I wished him Thanksgiving. I said, "I'm thankful that we were talking and thankful I got to see you again and enjoy the talk. We need to do it again." And that's when he asked Megan, would he come back for this show? Would I come back for that show? I don't know. But they're not going to do it. They're not going to do the show. Mm. Oh, I did get another inquiry for another. I wrote Castle of Count Varney. I sold another show of my dinner theater and my musical that I wrote a long, long time ago. They're interested in picking it up for next year. And they're going to pay me double what I asked for it if they approve. So
what's the musical called?
Elves.
Elves?
It's a Christmas one. Yes, Elves. I pitched it a long time ago. We were going to do it. The Strauss Theater the local theater has a hard time picking their Christmas show because they don't want to spend much money. But Christmas shows cost the rights cost a lot of money. So they usually do a music rendition of all your favorite Christmas music, just like a concert. But it always falls flat. They said, we want a show. So I wrote the show Elves. Elves is about a story of 6 elves that live in Santa's workshop. They're the only elves that build toys now. Everyone else wants video games and cell phones. and laptops and gadgets. Kids don't want toys anymore. And so a kid sneaks mails himself to the North Pole because his mom told him he was borderline on the naughty list, and he really wants this new game, this new sports game, baseball game, I think, that's coming out, video game. But he gets shipped to the toy section. So the 6 elves that are left building toys find him, and they teach the kid to use his imagination, to be creative, to play outside, the joys of playing outside, and just life lessons like, hey, you don't have to grow up all of a sudden. You don't need electronic devices are fine sometimes, but there's the great outdoors. One of the elves is a gnome who likes to be outside anyway. Santa knows he's a gnome, but he's pretending to be an elf, and Santa's pretending to accept it. And so, but he talks to him about the great outdoors. Another one teaching about using his imagination. And I can't remember what the third one was, but it's about that, it doesn't have to be about electronics. You can enjoy the magic of toys. Toys give you creativity, all that kind of stuff. Better than sitting around watching TV all day or something. New electronics. So he decides that instead of the baseball game, he wants the classic baseball bat and a new glove. Classic toy stuff that the elves can make. So that was the whole thing where the elves teach this child that it's okay. You get, enjoy other things besides electronics. That's the Christmas message. And the sequel that I started writing and stopped because it didn't make, because no one picked it up, was that now that they've taught this kid about toys, there's more elves in the workshop because the toy business has gotten better. But now it's about being too cool for Christmas, and it's about the boy's older sister. So and she's too cool for Christmas, and that's where Jack Frost comes in. He's kind of the villain. So I had all this written out. I even had an idea for a third one too, but yeah, I got ahead of myself. But they want to get elves going. So, and my wife said they pay double to butter me up, but I have to direct. So I'm fine with that. Anyway, where are we on all this? Well, I just sitting here we lost all of our viewers. That's all right. I'm kidding. It's Alex. But see, everyone's talking about Scranton and his content. Let's look at it. See, I subscribe without looking at his content.
Yeah, you did the same with me way back when you still liked it.
Yeah, I still haven't unsubbed for some reason.
Yeah. Ever since that.
Stream, Shatterpoint. Oh, she's doing chapter by chapter, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I like his little picture there. That's pretty fun.
Cool. Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to try to come back again tomorrow morning if I can and do another one of these. These are a lot of fun to do. I like Alex that he's on here. I need to go show him his room downstairs. But anyway, folks, have a merry third day of Christmas. We will see you maybe tomorrow.